Hey Mike, why aren't video games scary anymore?
Why aren't games scary anymore? You know why I think games aren't scary anymore? Because I think now everything is so scripted. If you take a video game back in the day, if you look at old horror games, if you look at Resident Evil, if you look at Parasite Eve, if you look at these games, all they had to go on was tension. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, they didn't have, the graphics that we do. They didn't have the ability to create serious, scripted events like we did. And we do now because, they just didn't have that kind of power in the machines. So the games had to just be tension. It had to be tension straight up. You had to be afraid to go around the corner. You had to be afraid to go in the room because you didn't know what was gonna happen. And it could have been anything. But you knew that by opening the door and going into this next room, you were taking a risk. Even if that risk was to get more health to help you out or something like that. But nowadays, horror games are so scripted. You look at Dead Space and you know that, hey, there's a vent there, so something's gonna come out of it. Because apparently, aliens only live in vents. Monsters only live in vents. Or you look at a game like Fear, where they really amp up Alma as a character, except if you're not looking at the exact hallway that they want you to be looking in at the exact moment, then guess what you didn't see? You didn't see the scary little girl. All you got was the cello or the violin or whatever instrument is supposed to signify tension and suspense. You didn't get any. Oh, that's all you got. But you got that while walking around a dimly lit office building. You know what I mean? And that's not scary. That's not scary at all. You know what I mean? There are times when I eat fast food and making it to the bathroom is a bigger scare than games coming out now. It's ridiculous. So if we just take games, I feel like if we just take a step back, stop being so heavily scripted, and just focus on atmosphere, focus on tension, focus on world building, I think ultimately we could have games that are way, way scarier. I mean, you look at Dead Space, it had that. It really did. It had that going for it, excluding the whole there's a monster in the vent thing, which is ridiculous because it's always true. There's always a monster in the vent. Whenever there's a dead body on the floor, it's always a living monster. That scare is always gonna happen no matter what. But the world that they built was good. It was really suspenseful, it was really scary. The lighting, the bodies, the dead human bodies on the ground, the blood written on the walls, all that stuff, it builds a mood, it sets a tone. And that's what games need now. That's what games need to be scary. They don't need jump scares. They don't need scripted moments where I'm supposed to freak out because some little tiny girl's there, even though I do freak out because some little tiny girl is there. What we need is the tension. So let me know what you guys think. What's scary? Is it little girls? Are little Asian girls scary? Is that a thing, or is it just me? Do we need tension? Do we need to go back to grotesque monsters? Or can little girls really rule my nightmares like they already do? Let me know in the comments below.